He had always suspected he wasn't using his full potential. But it wasn't until the accident with the experimental headset that Wyatt Hayes finally proved himself right. It had been one of those late-night sessions at the university lab, accompanied only by the soft hum of the server racks and the brittle click of his own nervous fingers. The prototype was supposed to monitor neural activity, nothing more. But Wyatt, being Wyatt, had tweaked the parameters. He was aiming for a small spike in focus, just enough to breeze through his graduate thesis, maybe even impress Dr. Rao. Instead, something else happened. The world slowed, his mind sprinted ahead, weaving through layers of memory and calculation he never knew existed. Within minutes, he fixed the core error in his code, then every bug in every project he'd touched in 5 years. By sunrise, he was solving math problems that didn't even have names yet. It started with the simple things: remembering phone numbers, reading entire books in 3 minutes, seeing the inside pieces of a locked safe as if it were made of glass. But then he noticed he could move things. Not with his hands, but with a flicker of intent. Coffee mugs slid across the table. Pens floated through the air. The lights dimmed and brightened in sync with a stray thought. Wyatt became a legend overnight, though no one knew why. His classmates marveled at his sudden genius. Faculty started treating him as an equal, if a little uneasily. Even the campus chess team, normally immune to outside intervention, asked him to coach them. He tried to play it down, but it didn't last. It's difficult to conceal when you can recite every conversation you've ever had, or quote a textbook you skimmed out of the corner of your eye. Eventually, the university caught wind of his changes. They brought him into a small, windowless office, lined with diplomas, and requested a demonstration.
We need to understand what's happening here, Wyatt. Can you show us?
Wyatt, feeling equal parts defiant and invincible, levitated the conference table. Nothing too drastic, just a gentle hover. There was silence, then a very measured request for him to wait in the room until further instruction. Outside, the world was beginning to change. Algorithms he'd written days earlier were already diagnostics across campus servers, finding solutions for anything from server bottlenecks to supply chain issues in the cafeteria. Rumors spread. Everyone wanted a piece: fellow students, university administrators, a few very polite representatives from shadowy organizations that definitely weren't from any government agency. But for Wyatt, the power was both gift and curse. Each day his mind grew sharper, but his connections to ordinary life frayed. His superhuman memory left him haunted by every mistake, every slight, unable to escape anything he'd ever experienced.
And most of all, he wondered, was this the man he'd meant to become, or had he just taken a detour, one increment too far?
In time, the accident would become legend. Students whispered about the man who could read your mind, solve your problems, and levitate your table. But Wyatt himself preferred the quiet of the lab, surrounded by humming machines and the endless riddle of his upgraded, accidental mind.